Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a Cloudy Sheep and we are playing Hearts of Iron 4 in the return of the Russian Revolution. So indeed we are Russia, not the Soviet Union, and we have conquered most of Europe. We are conquering a little bit of India, Southeast Asia over here, so we are hoping that that works out. In particular, we might want to take Ceylon over here. And we are streaming into Vietnam. In between episodes I had a little bit of a look around and I just realized that we are being attacked over here. Well, not we, Hungary is, Bulgaria is, in Thessaloniki by a couple of British divisions who are not actually half bad. They're pretty good infantry divisions over here that still managed to dish out quite a lot of damage. So we could help out pretty easily by just shifting over a couple of divisions over here, but you know what, I'm half of a mind not to do that. Let them land, and then I think they'll be obliterated on land, so that'll be very nice as well. Over here, I am waiting for these guys to move out of Saigon, there we go, so that we can push a little bit harder over here, and then maybe take on their main port, which is pretty much this, so that would be lovely. So here we go. Of course they are enjoying the defensive terrain, that is this urban terrain I should say, which is very much to their advantage, but I think we are going to be alright about this. You know what, you guys can do a little bit better if you do it like this, and then we'll see. Right, so over here we are now winning. These guys should be getting into that province. You guys are advancing as well. You guys could in fact advance to there. That's fine. Oh, and over here we are actually getting our first attacks done. And surprisingly enough, we are seeing a couple of enemies over here. I did send out a couple of these submarines over here, but apparently the Dutch do have some submarines there, so that's not ideal. Over here we are seeing that Saigon has been captured, and we are seeing that a couple of enemy units are being overrun. Ooh, I think this is the first tank that we're seeing in Southeast Asia, so we'll have to take that into account. Yeah, this isn't going too well, but that's not... What? Wait a minute, what's over here? Well, 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 what have you got over there? Look at that. A brave Greek division landing in India. So that's certainly an interesting approach from them. Just a single division landing right next to our corps strength army. So yeah, that doesn't really work. Excellent. We have just discovered rubber processing, so that's very nice because that should mean that our insufficient resources over here in the rubber department, including with this, really should not be an issue anymore. So we can now in fact not ask for any imports for rubber and we'll be fine. We are still missing a little bit of oil though, so would it maybe make sense to get a little bit of that? Do we see how much rubber we are producing from... Well, it's a little bit hard to read, but it is not insubstantial. So if we were to get a little bit more oil, we think I think we would be very well set. We could actually try to push over here in Japan, and that is actually considered our territory, or indeed attack Iraq potentially, of course, which would also allow us to get into Syria and then into Africa. But yeah, no, I think that's the most important bit. Just grab natural resources of oil. Otherwise we could go oil processing over here, and that might also be helpful. Assembly line tech, concentrated industry, these are very good technologies, and it is 1941. In fact, it's the end of 1941, so we might even do computing machine, so that our research gets a little bit faster. I think that's a good choice because we do have in fact 6 slots over here, so I think we'll be that's going to be an advantage for us. So let's do so. Political power, we are still don't have a national focus, but I think that's all right. Why are you leaving? Why don't you go just over there? Right, everyone here is fine. You know what? You should probably just advance over there, not that much further, and you can get down there. Right, so I do hope that these guys should fall out of supply somewhat soon. There's no indication of that yet, but I think there is going to be very soon. And in fact, we might want to take these guys, rebase them over here, and thereby allow them a little bit better overview of them. There are a lot of enemy fighters over here, but not that much actual activity, so we'll have to see a little bit about that. You guys are all fine. You alright? Can I ask you two guys not to completely evacuate Saigon, but instead advance over there? That would be lovely, you know. And I think now we are seeing that they are getting out of supply, and the appropriate penalty for that. So that is indeed very good to see. Making progress over here. Some naval combat. Some naval combat even in the English Channel, which I think we should take into account. Yeah, so you're really trashing our submarines. I would very much like you to repair and withdraw if you can. Can you go to Bordeaux? Thank you very much. Right. First Army, I think you still don't really have the... Oop. Sometimes it's this weird bug. Right. Let's get back down to Vietnam over here. Saigon, everyone is pushing. You're right, you're right. Can I get this guy to advance over there? Thank you very much. And there's an autosave, which is alright. Some counterattacks over here. Oh, unread naval results. It's not too bad. We did sink a destroyer, they sunk a submarine. Or submarine squadron, I should say. So have a brief look on Japan. So we advanced to the riverside over here, which seems very lovely. So that is a much better position to be in. Over there, I think we are, you know, we are seeing that the Japanese troops here seem to be getting a little bit up to speed again. So it is now January, but I think it would be a good place to have our tank army over here. Sorry, not the tank army, the second tank army. Tank army number 2, advance on these two fronts over here, just cut off the enemy, and then we'll tell the 8th army to support this attack. Are you actually supposed to be in the Far East theater now, right, aren't you? And let's take the reserve army just out of this, and let's place the 2nd tank army appropriately into this actual army group. I think that's going to be nice. It's just for organizational purposes. It's a little bit nicer, so yeah, let's see how these attacks over here unfold. We are able to penetrate all enemy armored units. Our medium tanks can actually penetrate, are actually safe from theirs, whereas our motorized division, which has a little bit of light tanks now, cannot be pierced. Can be pierced actually by the Japanese tanks, but not by anything else. So I think that's going to be alright. We can also support this attack, I believe, from over here with a couple of units to make this a little bit more of a punch. You guys are advancing over there, which means you can support this attack. And that should be alright. Let's also get one or two maybe of these guys to, well, one, to support the attack down there. That might be helpful. Good, 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 good. Let's take a look back south on Vietnam. Just a broad advance over there, which I think is fine. You might advance into there. You guys seem to be going a little bit off-road. Let's keep you together down here. Let's get you down there. And that should really be alright. You guys all go down there, please. I guess you could advance over here and you maybe over there. And that should be okay. Good. Very nice. We do have a lot of army experience, but I don't think we need to do anything with that. I think we are researching medium tanks now. No, we did go for the medium artillery, which I still think is a very good choice. Okay, so one on this western front over here. Or western part of this front, I should say. So we should see that these units are advancing into these provinces very soon. We are being counter-flanked over here. But I think that's going to be alright, because very soon probably our tanks are going to arrive and they should really be trashing the enemy somewhat. So that's good. Another win over here, so that also is very nice. And over here we should see more and more defenders coming in. And here we go. So yeah, that's really should be overwhelming them pretty quickly. You're also attacking at the same time, so that's nice to see. Defending over here, let's counterattack. What's going on over here? So the 4th Tank Division is trying to attack over there, so that's not really what I want. I'd rather you have go down here. I think that's what I would like to see much more. And who's attacking over there? The 5th Tank Division. Really, that's not your job, honestly. Not across the river, not over there. It's just get these guys encircled over here. Try to get us a little bit of breathing room, and then potentially strike into over here. And that does remind me, we should really take the 2nd Army over here and at least tell it to have a plan to advance. Doesn't need to be a very good one. Just get your bonus up and running. And likewise, you here from the 6th Army, I think you should be fairly ambitious as well, and just try to get down there. And that should really help us out once we start our attack. Right, over here, I think you guys are right now screwing it up a little bit, so let's make sure that we are redrawing these lines a little bit. So I think it's going to be a little bit better like that, so that the 6th Army over there has more of this front line, and this part over here, which is in the responsibility of the tanks, is set up a little bit better, and this means you guys can attack over here as well. Should allow the front line to be a little bit larger. They're out of supply, they are dropping like that, so that's lovely to see. This defense over here is going very well, and you should very soon find that it is impossible to attack these guys. Right, which means that these tanks now can and should be advancing like such. Let's keep 1 motorized division up there, and that should be alright. You guys are all fine. You probably can't attack through over here, but that's alright all in all. You are advancing, so that's good. And over there it's gonna be a little bit hemmed in, but all in all it should be alright. And you are all going into there. That's fine. Could I ask one... Okay, so 1 motorized division is supposed to stay here. 1 motorized division can go down here. 1 motorized division can go up there. And the tank divisions should probably be going 1 there and 1 over here. A little bit mixed up, but just spreading it up a little and advancing. Just keeping up the momentum. You're being flanked over there, but that's alright. Unassigned divisions! Excellent, so that's very good news. We do have a lot of garrison type divisions over here, which we will obviously use to guard this coastline a little bit better. So, you know what? You are... Where are you? There you are. Your new army. This new army is just part of the occupation forces, and you have this little funny Cloverfield thing. You're part of this. Your job is to garrison this coastline, but of course not all of the coastline, merely the harbours. That should be alright. Good, so let's pick all of this. The very least 2 down here. And you know what, I think all of this too. Right. Looks good to me. You know what, we can just, for the sake of completeness, we do need 135 divisions, but of course we don't, because we don't want you to lower resistance. You don't need to got the entire front line, and there we go. I would like you to got naval bases, victory points, maybe, although not the ones inland. And then that might be a little bit more conservative. 25 still. Maybe not the forts. Well, yeah, I still think you'll do a fine job. So let's go ahead and do this, and that's fine. Still have 3.8 million people kicking around. Lots of pressure developing down here with First Army advancing. And these guys probably being completely, no, not completely out of supply. Surprisingly, they're seemingly doing well. So interested to see how that came about. Right, everyone else over here is advancing though. This is probably the slowest advance, but you do fill out all of the combat width, don't you? Yeah, you do, but you're doing fairly well. And I still think their tanks probably collapse very soon. And over here, this defense really should be going a little bit better, so that we are kicking them down and starting our advance, because that is really important. So let's try to aim a little bit more towards down here. I think that might be alright. Okay, no, I thought we won there. We did not. This advance is going well. These guys are spreading out alright. So lovely to see. And indeed we did win over here now. 26 is a little bit too little, to be honest, so why are you all attacking over there? You're just waiting over here. Okay, that's not enough. There we go. Yes, some of you guys seem to be joining in. That's fine then. Okay, let's get the guard unit over here to also advance into there and maybe help out a little bit. But yeah, these guys should be dropping out, and that means that there's going to be an accelerated effect of everyone dropping out one by one. Yeah, there we go. Tank is gone, which leaves Ding is going to go 1, 2, 3. Now we go. And here we are. Last infantry division falls, which means that there's an immediate attack over here. But at least we are disrupting them and cutting them off properly, I think. So that's pretty good to see. Although this isn't going too well as an attack, I'm afraid. Okay, you guys are done. That's good. You don't need to advance over there. In fact, I would rather like you to attack into here. You guys can stop. Although half of you should probably go down here. What are you doing? No. No. Don't try stupid advance, please. Right. These guys are still all around. This is still frozen, so I don't think it makes sense to try to advance over there. You seem to be doing fine. This is stalling a little bit. You guys probably need to wait over here. Just until we get a couple of reinforcements. Right, okay, now you can counterattack. Yeah, we are not doing extremely well, but I think it's alright. At least we need to try, so there's that. And you know what? You guys try to attack into here. All of you try to attack into here. At least it's disrupting them, and I think we will be able to produce a lot quicker than they are. Speaking of, we are producing motorized tanks at a good, motorized equipment at a very good rate. Light tanks seem to be lacking a little bit, so let's briefly have a look on that. So there's heavy tanks. There are light tanks. We should probably be producing a little bit more then. One factory producing naval bombers, but we are getting a couple. We also see a good number of fighters being produced right now. And some medium tanks kicking around. I should also remember that we do have a lot of air experience and we can create fighter variants. So let's get good engines on our fighters, or naval fighters, carrier fighters I should say. Let's increase their reliability a tad bit. Maybe the weapons a little bit. So they are now much faster, a little bit harder hitting, much more reliable, more agile, and that's that. So that I think will make for a very nice plane. So let's get that. Let's pick the carrier fighter this one, decommission it, and actually build a couple of carrier fighters. I think they do have the same resource requirements, so let's compare this briefly. Well, at least let's get 5 production lines set up on that and reduce this number by 5. Okay, yes, it just went to naval bombers, which I think is fine. Let's just keep it to 5 though, which means we are now starting to produce light carrier fighters at a rate of 8.7 per year. So yeah, that's not really what we are looking for. We do have a lot of medium tanks though, so I think we can reduce the production of this somewhat, and that should be fine. Yeah, so we're now losing a little bit of rubber again, but all in all I think I'm happy with this. Reducing 3.5 per month, but of course that is going to go up by at least a factor of 8 over time, so I think that's alright. Let's assign more factories to these air production lines, and that should be alright then. Very nice. Excellent. Vietnam. Yeah. So First Army did its job. Very nice, I think. So there's no particular reason to, well, I mean, if we were to attack Siam, the British would just lose pretty much all of their supplies of rubber. And there is some oil in the Dutch East Indies, but without a navy I don't think we can do much over here to justify that. So in lieu of that, I think what we're going to do is take our guys, take the First Army, and completely forget about your orders, including these down here. I don't think this is a very valid approach to attack down here. So let's get you guys up over here towards the Far East, because there is mountainous terrain over here, and the First Army is pretty much focused on doing this. So our maneuver over here doesn't seem to be doing too well. This attack is faltering definitively, so should stop it for now. Likewise, this attack doesn't seem to be developing quite as much as I would have hoped. You support. You support. So 80 width. We are seemingly having a little bit the upper hand on them, but not too much. So you definitely need to stop this attack. You should probably stop this attack. Likewise, and let's get you guys down here. Now this defense really should work out now, which allows I should really take the second tank army over here and at least or reduce this to down here, and likewise the second tank army over here. Your part is just going to be focused on doing this. It means you don't need to move down here. You can come up there as well. You're going to win very soon, which means we can take this tank and attack over there as well. In fact, we should probably take this infantry division as well. And you're doing something entirely stupid, so let's not do that. Let's rather go over there. You're going there. That's fine. Okay, good. These are the 2 provinces that we want to take. At least kill 3 divisions of the. Why are you attacking over here? What's your attack line like? It's over here, isn't it? This is not an appropriate place to attack. This may be because these guys are really bad. No, even that. Clearly not. Stop it! Okay, that's much better. Still, they don't seem to have... It doesn't seem like they have withdrawn a lot of units. Should really try to get this airport. Is this ours? No, it's over here. Okay, we did win this fight. Let's keep one of you guys down here. All of the other ones can please advance, and should do so. So we'll win this very soon, I guess. There we go. 2 more. And done. So let's get the tanks to support this attack. And at least one of the motorized divisions as well. So you know, being attacked from 2 sides. And I think that should help us immensely. Well, there we go. Alright, naval results. Let's briefly read this. So you did sink a submarine, another one. Which I find discerning. But all in all, let's see how it is over here. So you shot down a naval plane, you shot down a naval plane. Yeah, there's actually a carrier, a British carrier around here, so need to be a little bit careful with this. Yeah, but all in all, these guys in Indochina, you're alright. You're based over there. Let's get at least more units over here. I think that's gonna be alright, and you should also likewise be probably over. You're based over here, and let's get you to the Bay of Bengali. Shot down a couple of UK planes. What are you doing? One of you. Yeah, it's one of you. There we go. 83, 84, 85, 86, 88, 89, and come on, 100 please. Let's get you guys to attack over here. I think it's time. It should fall very soon, and then these guys will be squashed. And there it is, artillery upgrade. So that is also very nice. 1942, we could research the new pieces of artillery. Not necessarily a good idea. I think we are going to go for medium tanks over here, because these are the ones. These are things that we could upgrade with a little bit more army experience. Non-aggression pact. I don't think we need this. You attack over there. You just hold the line, please, and that should be alright. Now, can we maybe make a crossing over here? Maybe punch into here, cut all of these guys off? I think that would be a very nice idea. So let's grab this. Let's get rid of the tank army over there. Let's assign responsibilities like such. You're responsible for over there. I think you can actually be responsible for this. And then, you know, you guys a little bit over there. That should be fine. So we do have broad regions that are being covered by everyone. It should be fine. Yeah, this is a very strong defensive front, I feel, so we're not going to do too much about over that. But these guys, again, they should collapse very quickly, which means we can send you guys over here. And likewise, this defense I think should be very relaxed actually. I mean, these guys, some of them have really low organization, but I mean, so do the Japanese, and that should work out. No, we don't need you. By the way, is the first army coming up? Yeah, you are being still railroaded, so that I think is fantastic. And good. You know what, I think something that we could do is take these new units, or actually we should probably draft a couple of more garrison type units. So let's train 24 more. Just once though. No, sorry. And I'm going to do that. Set them to Oshkont maybe, and that's fine. And then take about 5 of you guys. Are there any around? You're anti-partisan, you on army number 3. So you three guys, I would like you to prepare an... okay, never mind. Let's get you into a new army group. Let's tell you to advance over here, to there. Thank you. And it's 3 divisions, so that's nice to see. Let's do it. I don't think we'll ever be able to, but I just want to keep open the threat. And that'll be that. You guys, come on, just get into there. You really should win. Are you anywhere close to? Yeah, you're close. Not much more, but you are close. Let's get you guys up there. You'll also come over here, and that's lovely. Come on. You don't really need to go there, I think. In fact, you might just pass through here, and that should be fine. More attacks over here. This is a little bit surprising. I mean, they should just be trashed. And that means we can now try to attack into here. I realize there's a blizzard going on, but it shouldn't be too bad. And we can actually now take these planes, send them over here, tell them to patrol the Russian Far East, and maybe get you actually to a group of 400. Wouldn't that be lovely? So there we go. And whether or not we'll be able to cut these guys off over here, we'll have to see. But I think that's gonna have to wait until next time. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you around tomorrow. Thank you very much. Bye bye, guys.